If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the wow in transmogs. Kicking off with the shoulders, which straight out of the Siege of Orgrimmar mythic version, drops from the Iron Juggernaut, 17% on the drop rate. Moving on, we're going to show you the chest, which happens to be straight out of Legion. Fearless Combatant's Leather Tunic. I just have 12 Marks of Honor because you got to buy, it might even need more than that to buy the whole set. I'm not exactly sure, but eventually I'm sure Blizzard will implement PvP vendors and you can just buy single pieces. Dameron's Belt of Darkness, Mythic Siege of Orgrimmar, Earthbreaker Harem is the boss. 14% on the drop rate, part of the same tier set as the shoulders. The legs, part of the same PvP tier as the chest, so you gotta hit the Dalaran Legion version. I think this just might be an alliance only on the chest and legs, but I do show the Horde just so people get general ideas. Maybe you could figure something out, something else strikes you. Basically, this is Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic, Sun, Tenderheart, 15% on the drop rate, so the hands, shoulders, belt, all part of the same tier set. Actually, yeah, they are. Sid Silent Stranglers. What are you going to be doing with those gloves? I'm going to strangle people. Zandalari Troll showing us the back. Shadow Feather Shawl. Blackrock Hold from Legion. As you can see, Amalgam of Souls, decent drop rate, and it's spammable because it's a dungeon. The head, Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic. Garrosh Hellscream himself is the dude who drops it. And the weapon, Claws of Agony, Blackwing Descent. Various mobs, or buy it on the auction house. You're looking at a very easy set to get, and I think it looks pretty cool, so that's a rare combo. This is a PvP, Gladiators, Iron Skins, Baldur's, I think it's Alliance only, Dalaran, Legion PvP vendor. You're going to have to buy the whole set because you can't buy separate pieces. You might already have it though. Got to head to Darkmoon Fair to get the chest, replica, Dark Mantle Tunic, or of course you could play Classic. I'm sure it drops from there. But you can't move it over. The Undead are stepping up and showing you the belt, Ferocious Combatants Iron Skin Belt, Dalaran Legion PvP vendor, Marks of Honor. Have to buy the whole set if you don't have it, which kind of sucks, but that might change. The legs, replica, Dark Mantle Pants, Darkmoon Fair. Baruma is the vendor, 75 Darkmoon tickets to pick up the legs. Moving on, we have the feet, Cleft Hoof Wander Boots. Various BC dungeons, just kill various mobs, or basically you could buy them on the auction house, probably your best bet. The hands, replica Dark Mantle Gloves, Darkmoon Fair, same dude who sells the chest as well as the legs. And we're going to move on, and we have a Lady Orc showing you the back, Dread Gladiator's Cape, BFA PvP, that's Alliance only. Basically, you can't get it unless you already have it, but there's other blue capes you could go with. The head, Wild Gladiator's Iron Skin Helm, WoD PvP vendor. If you're Horde, it's Grievous. And of course, the weapon is straight out of a Wrath raid. Two shades of gray and some teal, and this really works, I think, at least. Flamebender's Shoulders, Blackrock Foundry, Flamebender Kagraz is the boss, 13% on the drop rate. The chest piece, which you really can't see, but is pretty easy to get, Sand Scout Tunic, drops from various mobs in Horde, BFA zones, or you could step up. Just buy it on the auction house, probably your best bet. Moving on, the belt, this looks really cool on an Undead, I gotta say. You're going to buy this from the Shadowpan Assault Quartermaster, 255 gold. You're going to have some kind of rep. I believe it's revered, but don't quote me on that, please. Moving on, the legs, also part of the same set as the chest, Sand Scout Creaches, I can't pronounce it. Horde BFA zones, various mobs, kill them all. And the feet, Oppressors, Merciless Treads, Hellfire Citadel, Tyrant, Velnari. I think Velnari sounds better. Anyway, hands, I know it's Velhari. Hands, Primal Gladiators, Iron Skin Gloves, WoD PvP vendor. The back, Guild Authority Cloak, Karazhan, one of the best dungeons ever. Terrestrian Ilhoof is the boss. And we have a Void Elf showing you the TABARD, Rust Bolt Resistance TABARD, Mechagon, Rust Bolt Quartermaster, Exalted, and some gold. The headpiece, Wild Gladiator's Helm. If you're Horde, I would believe it is Warmongering, 3 Marks of Honor, WoD PvP vendor. And the weapon from Crucible of Storms, Mythic. Even though I do say so myself, I think this is a very unique looking set. Phantom Stalker Shoulders, King Rastakhan is the boss, 5% on the drop rate. As you can see, the rate it drops from now. The shoulders, the gloves, the boots are all going to be from the same rate. The chest, Insignia Chest Guard, Uldaman, various mobs, or you could step up and just buy it on the auction house to get that kind of orange-brown looking shirt. Moving on to belt, Cinch of Sizzling Flesh, Tumasar Garrus is the boss, is called Goroth, 7% on the drop rate. The legs are part of the same set as the chest, Insignia Leggings, Western Plaguelands, Rattlegore is the boss, or he is an elite, and basically you could just also buy them on the auction house. Got a dude orc, or sorry, lady orc, I get them confused, gender confusion. Embossed Deck Walkers, as you can see, part of that same raid. The hands, also part of the Battle of Daz Aralahar. And moving on, the back, Ruby Drake of the Mysticant, Karazhan BC, Prince Malchazar. So he's the last boss. You kind of have to do a lot of walking to get to him. TABARD of the Achievers. Get 25 TABARDs, and you get this TABARD, so that's not too difficult to get. The head, mask, I'm not even going to try and say that word. English language confounds me. Mythic version of Emerald Nightmare, and the weapon is straight out of Hellfire Citadel Mythic. Manaroth is the boss. Orange, green, and yellow. It kind of works for monks, I think. Shoulders, red crane, spolders. You got to pick these up at a Terrace of the Endless Spring. Lai Shi is the boss. Kind of a low drop rate, but I like the look. That's part of an old tier set from Mop. Moving on, the chest is an older tier set. Actually, it's a recolor, I think, for rogues, or a drop for rogues, but monks can wear this. Ice Crown Citadel, 25 man, heroic. The belt, Seal of Karmic Return. So if you wear this belt, good things will happen. Siege of Orgrimmar, and it's on mythic level. Garage Hellscream drops it. So moving on, of course, the legs match the chest. Ice Crown Citadel, heroic 25-man. Festergut drops these legs, 17% on the drop rate. They are gangrenous. New York Jets, gangrene. Anyway, the feet, Treads of Deadly Secretions. It's craziest name. Heart of Fear, Amber Shaper, Unsak is the boss, 10% on the drop rate, as we have a lady human showing you the boots. The hands, Red Crane Gauntlets, part of the same tier set as the shoulders. Windlord Meljarek is the boss, 15% on the drop rate to pick up the gloves or the hands. I think this looks awesome on an undead, but that's just me. Elementalist Cloak, Slave Pens, you could kill everybody there, or you could just step up, buy it on the auction house, probably your best bet. The head, Dark Fang Mask, Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic, Earthbreaker Harem is the boss, 14% on the drop rate. You could also wear this for druids too, I think. The weapon, as you can see, High Maul LFR version. Kicking off with something out of Isle Expedition. So a lot of this set is going to be dropped from treasure map rewards or Isle Expeditions. Low drop rate there, but you could step up, you could buy it on the auction house as well. That's a recolor of an old druid Cata tier set. And the chest, Wild Combatant Iron Skin Tunic. If you're Horde, it will be Warmongering Combatant's Iron Skin Tunic. Moving on, we have a dwarf showing you the belt, which is the Conductor's multi-pocket girdle. I guess good for trains and conductors. Blackrock Foundry Mythic version to pick up the belt. The legs, Wild Combatant's Iron Skin Leggings. Once again, Warmongering if you're Horde. Check your WoD PvP vendor to pick up the legs, 3 Marks of Honor. Moving on, we're going to show you the feet, which are the Spirit Bow Striders, part of the same tier set. Out of Isle Expeditions and Treasure Map Rewards, or step up and buy it on the auction house. As we progress in the X-Pac, these will get cheaper and cheaper. The hands, Spirit Bow Grasps, Isle Expeditions, or Treasure Map Reward, and also an auction house purchase. Moving on, we are going to show you the back, which is the Gilded Thorian Cloak, which is the only gray cloak in the game, at least, that I think is legit, out of Karazhan, the BC version. Spirit Bow crown. So a lot of this is from WoD and also Isle Expedition drops. The weapon is straight out of Jade Forest. It is off of a rare 15% drop rate. If you're still listening up and until now, I want to say thank you for watching, and I'll close out by saying what I always say: whatever it is by you, whether it is morning, afternoon, or night, make your day epic.